it comes.
Oh.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. It's Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. Today, we're going to be installing one of our Serenity Elite ponds. It's a 14 by 20, beautiful waterfall on the side. I wanted to start out today in the rock yard to show you kind of what goes into the start of some of these jobs. Rock selection is crucial because at the end of the day, this is going to present the finished product. So what I'm looking for when I'm looking at boulders is stuff that's got some age to it. You can see we've got some lichen and some moss on this rock. Things that have a flat top someplace, because on the top of the pond I want a nice finished edge where we could create that multi-dimensional look, and you do that with rocks that have flat tops or something that's going to sit somewhat level and give you that depth in the landscape. Here we've got plenty to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and pick about 10 or 15 tons of boulders, get them over to the job, and show you what we got going on. We've got a blank canvas here in Chester, New Jersey. This used to be a big sport court. There was basketball nets. They're actually going to keep half of it just as a half court. And over here is going to be developed into more of a garden space that incorporates this whole pool area. They're doing a bunch of demolition here where they took out the concrete. All the steps that were on this side of the house came out. That's all getting redone along with the pool decking. This is going to be kind of the centerpiece of the backyard now. The way we designed this was so that you could see it from all the entertaining spaces. People will be congregating. There'll be a fire pit here, all angled towards where the pond is. Up on the house, you've got all those vantage points with the gazebo, the decks, the windows. All that is pointing towards this area here. A little bit of technical information. We're going to set the grade of this pond about the same as the pool, so it's got a nice cohesive look, and when they finish their patios it'll jive real nice. First thing we're going to do is strip all this gravel out that was underneath the concrete sport court. Then we're going to go ahead and lay out the pond, dig our excavation. We're going down 3 feet on this one. It's going to have 2 shelves, about 18 inches each, of a fish cave along with bottom aeration. So let's get it rocking. Our excavation is done, but we've had to add some sand as a protective layer. The soil we dug out from this excavation is really bony stuff. It's got all this little gravel in it, along with some big chunks of sharp rocks. That would just not work underneath a liner. So we've added this layer of sand on top of all of our flat surfaces. That's going to give us an added cushion. Then we can go ahead and put our fabric underlayment in, followed by our liner, and we'll actually use some fabric on top of the liner where we set some of the larger boulders. Far side of the pond, I got Anthony installing our skimmer. This will sit on the opposite end of where the waterfall comes in, so we get a good cross circulation. That waterfall will be pushing water straight across here towards our skimmer where we can collect all of our debris. Now, the way we figure out how to set the level of our skimmer is determining what our grade is going to be around the outside of the pond. Here we're working off the existing pool. There is a coping on the pool. We're going to use that as our grade in between the 2 bodies of water. I want to have our water level in the pond about 4 inches below the grade. Knowing that, I installed my overflow backwards on the outside of the skimmer, and I measured down from the top of the overflow to the ground, which is a flat surface. It's about 20.5 inches. That means I want to set the bottom of my skimmer 20.5 inches below my water level, and that will give me the perfect height inside the pond. For that, what are we using, Ant?
We're using a laser to make sure that it's level with the water. What? I don't know.
The kid's trying. We are using a laser level. We've got the unit set up on the far side over there. It sets a beam that runs level across the yard. This target reads that beam. Depending on where we are in the stick, that's going to tell us where we are in relation to our grade that we've set. Now, once the skimmer's installed, we're going to install our fabric, our liner, hook up the skimmer, and we can start rocking this. rockwork is really starting to look good inside this pond. We've got this great irregular shape going on, and we're using the large boulders on the outside turns. That helps accentuate it, so when we come back inside, we'll use some smaller rocks so you can really see that curve inside the pond, because there's nothing better than looking at a pond and seeing all those great shapes around the outside with aquatic planting, and then got that waterfall on the backside. Down inside here, we've got a line run for our aerator. We're gonna have an aerator down the bottom. We want to move that water that's down 3 feet up to the top so we get good circulation throughout the whole system. We've got our lighting going in. We run this 1/2-inch irrigation line into a piece of 3-inch flex pipe. We'll drill in the side of it, and then we can put our light right inside there. That gives us the ability to change the light out if it ever goes bad, because we'll go up to a hub, disconnect it, pull a new one in, good to go. Look at the massive rock we've got going on in the bottom here. Nothing better than looking down inside 3 feet of water and seeing these giant boulders in there with big fish swimming around inside. Fish cave over here. I mean, what fish wouldn't want to live in there? And you can see the skimmer is starting to disappear. We're framing it out with some rocks. By the time it's all done, you won't see any of that stuff. Up at this side, we've got our 6,000 Biofalls. That's the biological filter that's going to filter this pond. We're pumping water into the bottom. It's going up through graduations of filtration out the top, and that's what's going to start the waterfall. Best part about this, you won't see any of it once we're finished. That's one of my favorite parts about using a system like this from Aquascape, is all the functionalities taken care of, and we can just be free to create, which is what we love to do. Setting rocks, building waterfalls, creating that awesome shape in the pond, getting the aquatic plants in, and then firing it up. Not a better feeling. Let's keep going. We are looking at day 3 right now. We've got a lot accomplished, but right now I want to show you how to make a very simple waterfall with just 3 rocks. All you need is about 2.5 tons of boulders and a 12,000-pound excavator. Simple. Of course, you can scale this down to whatever it is you're doing, but the concept is the same. Essentially, I'm taking a boulder on the right, a boulder on the left, and I'm sticking a flat rock vertical down behind it. Now I tucked it in behind these two so that it's locked in, number one. Second of all, the shape of these rocks gives us the opportunity to create something pretty cool. We're going to be coming off of here. It'll hit this slope and shoot in like that. Same thing on this side. It'll hit this ridge, come in. So we'll have white water accompanied by a sheet waterfall in the middle. A lot of action for one waterfall. The pond progress is really going well. We've got a lot of the rock work done inside the pond. Over here, we've got a cool observation rock. They'll be able to step out on that. It cantilevers out over the pond, so you're looking straight down. That's going to be pretty sweet. Right underneath is that fish cave, so the fish will be coming in and out of there. That's going to be a cool effect. And then across the way, you got that simple yet awesome waterfall. Our goal today is to get that waterfall buttoned up 100%. We might have a little bit of rock work left to do for tomorrow, and this should be filling with water, I'm thinking, by lunchtime tomorrow. It's time to get back to work. I absolutely love when I get the opportunity to come back and see a pond after it's matured for a few months. This this turned out spectacular. I'm sure you guys are gonna agree. Let me show you around. Remember, there was nothing here when we started. Now we've got this amazing like 17-foot wide by 23-foot pond, 3 foot deep. Look how nice the lilies look. All the plants along the shoreline, like that's what I'm after. Those marginals growing behind the rockwork. And then of course you got things like the cardinal flower. That cardinal flower is 5 feet tall. It just looks awesome. It'll sprout new petals constantly. So right now it's kind of shed a little bit on the bottom, but that'll just be full of those vibrant red flowers that you see at the top. The way this fits into the whole landscape renovation, got this beautiful travertine tile, all their lawn furniture set up against the basketball court, and then this is the centerpiece of the backyard. Don't even get me started on that waterfall. That is simple, but incredible. I love the big rocks, the way they're framing out the left. That rock on the left just carries about 5 feet outside of where the waterfall is, gives it so much structure down to the water, and then dropping those ones in front, like this one here, just poking out. There's actually a gap around the back of the rock. They have there he is. They have a resident frog that lives right in this little hole right here. He loves it there. Tucked into the creeping Jenny. He's got that banana plant in front of him. He just gets to sit back there and make all kinds of frog noises. And that waterfall just sounds great. That deep bass sound falling into about 10 inches of water there before it goes down to 3 foot. Fish are loving it. We've got the aeration. We've got one down deep, and I got one shallow on the far side. That's helping push all that debris away from there over to our skimmer. And you guys will notice there is nothing on top of this pond. Crystal clear, right to the bottom, swept across, and it's looking absolutely gorgeous. One of the common worries that I hear when I'm talking to people about installing a pond is I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to take over the space. This is the perfect size for this backyard. It fits great with all these patios and walkways, swimming pool right next to it. I mean, ultimate backyard staycation. Tell me what you guys think down below. Hit that subscribe button. Come on back every week showing you incredible water features just like this one. See you on the next one.